content in a segment that's not already saturated. These are the colors and the fonts that I use. Be appealing and cohesive and relevant. Put it on TikTok. Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is tips to grow your YouTube channel, how to grow your YouTube channel, literally all of the tips that I have in my arsenal. I've made a video like this before. It's, I don't know, it's like a year old. I'll link it below. That has some other tips. And I've also tried to like kind of organize this video. It's been like split into 5-ish categories, so that'll make it easier to follow, I think. And I'm gonna keep looking down because I took like 5 pages of notes for this video, so buckle up. Okay, niche audience. First of all, let's start with the definition of niche. A specialized segment. So for example, Barnes & Noble's niche is people who like to read, and they're not gonna like try to market books to like people whose only hobby is to play hockey or something. I don't know, that's just a random example. So basically the main way to grow is find your specialized segment and then make videos for the people and audience in that targeted segment. Basically create videos that revolve around one broadish topic, because it's harder to grow and like keep people engaged if one day you're making videos about DIY nail polish, then the next day you're making a video about basketball, and then the next day you're making a video about pranking my boyfriend or something. I mean, you can still do this if you want to, but it's definitely harder to grow. Also, it's harder to stick to a niche too if you're like me and get a new hobby like every 5 seconds. You also like don't want to have a niche that's so specific that there are only like 5 people in that one segment. Example, only making videos about DIYing purple lip gloss. If you do that, you're kind of gonna run out of ideas pretty quickly because there are only so many ideas in such a specific category that you can come up with. So find the happy medium and choose like a broad topic where it's still a niche, but you also have like wiggle room if you want to make different types of content. For instance, lifestyle or beauty or productivity or sports or something, because there's a lot of content, but that's still like within one general category. And also if you can find a segment or just like content in a segment that's not already saturated, or bring something new to the table because people like new stuff. Then finally in this category, you also want to think about the future. Like, what is this niche's growth potential? Because some niches are timeless and others are not so much timeless. Like morning routines are pretty much just as popular as they were about 10 years ago. They've just kind of evolved with the times and less highly saturated. But like, think about a fad that surges in popularity so quickly but then dies like 2 weeks later. Maybe don't center your channel solely around that trend. The first question you want to ask yourself, just for your own reference, is, do people watch my niche's content for the creator or for the content? That's just a good question to ask yourself and good thing to keep in mind when you're creating. And then here's some video ideas that I'm just gonna throw out there that always tend to do well. What's on my iPhone, or what's on my phone, whatever phone you have. Productive day in my life, especially a productive school day or a productive work day in my life. People really like watching productive vlogs. And by people, I mean myself especially. DIY, something that's trendy right now, so like a corset. Room, desk, apartment tour, decluttering your room makeover, any video really that has to do with productivity, routine videos, and like school videos just in general. And then tutorials and videos that benefit people always tend to do well, generally speaking. That's just because people are searching up tutorial videos in the search box. I've used this example before and I'm gonna use it again, but people are way more likely to search up like thrift flip trendy clothes or how to make a thumbnail versus like a random vlog in your car going to get like coffee or something. I mean, that's still fun, but people are more likely to search thrift flip. Also, a random other tip that I'm just gonna throw in here while we're talking about vlogging is put the word productive in a vlog, or like busy or work or any of those other buzzwords, because people like that and people will click on your videos because of that. Basically, the more people that are searching for your videos, the more people will watch your videos. Pretty like I don't know what the word is, but it makes sense to me in my head, so hopefully it makes sense to you. But there is a drawback when you're only making like how-to and tutorial sort of videos. You may gain subscribers and viewers, but oftentimes those viewers are like one-time viewers and they may just not interact with your content again after getting the information they needed in whatever your how-to video was telling them how to do. Double-edged sword. I hope that's the right metaphor. That'd be awkward if that's not the right metaphor. Basically, you may just have lower engagement rates if you're making how-to videos. And since I mentioned engagement, let's move on to engagement. So obviously you want to have people watching your videos, and YouTube's algorithm likes videos and likes to pick out videos that have high engagement rates. Your engagement rate is how long people will stay watching your video before they click off. And when you're looking at the engagement rate, look at the percentage of time viewed, not at like the minutes of engagement, because like a 3-minute engagement rate is a lot different on a 4-minute video versus a 3-minute engagement rate on like a 45-minute video. Anyway, now you may be like, how do I get people to watch my videos? No long intros, or sometimes you just don't even need an intro. Like the title of the video is in the thumbnail, the title of the video is in the title, and the title of the video is often in the description box. You don't need to spend 2 minutes explaining what the video is about. People know what the video is about, that's why they clicked on it. Add B-roll footage. B-roll is footage just like intercut with the main footage. Like this, what I'm doing right now. This is B-roll footage, and see how this makes it like kind of more interesting. People have short attention spans, so you gotta make your video keep people's attention. Myself included, my attention span is kind of short. With vlogging, as opposed to sit-down videos, you already have like natural variance in the camera shots, but try varying your camera angles because that interests people. Like if you're putting on your makeup, put it on from a lot of different angles. Put on your concealer from up here, then put on your foundation from a lower angle. I just vary the camera angles, it's fun. And then B-roll pictures. That is definitely not a real term, but throw in some pictures. Like if you're talking about a trip that you took last week, throw in a picture or 7 about that to add some spice to your video. Vary your clips too, especially if you're vlogging. Don't just talk the entire time. Space out the clips so there's like talking clips, no talking clips, time-lapse clips, just variety. Also show, don't tell. Don't be like, okay, so today I'm going to the gym, and then I'm going to the grocery store, and then I'm going to the other grocery store. No. Film going to the grocery store, and people will obviously know that that's the grocery store. Thumbnail! I probably should have mentioned this first, but I did not. People are people, and people make snap judgments about thumbnails. Your thumbnail is like the determining factor as to why people click on your video versus not click on your video. So you want your thumbnail to be appealing and cohesive and relevant to whatever's in the video. Like, I feel like that's super important for it to be relevant to you what's in the video. If you have a thumbnail of a picture at the beach and then all you do is like brush your teeth the whole time, people will be like, this is not what I wanted. This is kind of an exaggerated example, but this is the thumbnail of this video, and obviously you clicked on this thumbnail to watch this video. But like, imagine I made this thumbnail instead. You definitely probably would not have clicked on this thumbnail because it looks like this thumbnail would not give very good advice at all. And then also don't have anything in your video that'll make people click off. Obviously you can't please every single person, but having loud background music and annoying background music that's so loud that you can't hear the person talking, or having like effects that make people dizzy, avoid those sort of like technical things that people don't like. During this part, I literally feel like I'm gonna be reciting my advertising and promotion textbook. Basically, you want your brand, aka your social media accounts, to give off the same sort of message. And not everything has to look exactly alike, just have it give off the same sort of vibe. Like for me, my YouTube channel is really focused on productivity and lifestyle, and like kind of is also on my Instagram too, and my Instagram also kind of focuses a little bit more on fashion, and then like TikTok is just all of the above, so but the style and message is still similar-ish. And by the same message, you can use the same colors, the same fonts, the same topics, the same filters. It doesn't necessarily have to be exactly the same. It just looks similar or give off the same sort of vibe, as I've said already. Like for my YouTube channel, these are the colors and the fonts that I use, and I also use the same chocolate colored brown on my Instagram as well. And it's definitely hard to rebrand your content, so it's better if you're like gonna change up the direction of your channel, it's better to do it sort of in a slow evolution instead of just being like, okay, my videos were once about sports and now we're talking about how to make light bulbs. That's just so abrupt. So if you're gonna rebrand, sort of let it evolve. Does that make sense? And then promote your YouTube channel on all your other social media accounts. And if you don't want people from your school or whatever knowing about your YouTube channel, just start a new Instagram account or a new TikTok account, whatever. Post and cross promote, but don't be super obnoxious about it, you know? Like every time you post a new video, post it on your Instagram or give like a sneak peek of your video on TikTok. So if it's like a clothing haul, film a couple of the pieces you got and put it on TikTok, and then put like full video on my YouTube channel. And then line up your priorities and don't spread yourself too thin. If you can't post consistently and constantly on Instagram and on TikTok, make sure you still stay focused on whatever you want your main social media to be focused on. Priorities. Then here's just like random advice that I wrote down because I still thought this was relevant and it didn't really have anywhere else to be on this list. Don't compare yourself to other creators. Instead, when you see some other creators, look at those people who are bigger than you and recognize that they are proof that you can grow as well. Everyone's growth journey is different. And then also don't compare your YouTube growth to growth on other platforms because YouTube growth is way harder than TikTok growth, and that's just the nature of the YouTube algorithm versus the TikTok algorithm. So much easier to blow up, so much easier to grow on TikTok and even on Instagram. Just YouTube it's a lot harder to grow. Don't compare YouTube growth to other social media channels growth because that's like apples to oranges. I'm really getting into these like metaphors today for some reason. Wow. And then just don't over edit or under edit your videos. Once again, there's a fine line. And you also don't need like fancy equipment. It's all about the effort. Metaphor time. For example, just because something is a designer brand doesn't necessarily mean it's in fashion or in style. It's all about how you put it together. Just like YouTube videos. You could literally have the best camera ever, but if you don't edit the video at all, not gonna be so great. Or if you like film the video upside down, also not so great. Business advice, here we go. If the company tells you that you have to buy their product and then they want you to promote it, keep in mind that you have to buy the product and then you have to promote it and you bought it with your own money, then huge red flag. Like imagine I'm a jacket company and I email you and I'm like, hi, love your YouTube channel. I make jackets. We'd love to have you represent our product. All you have to do is buy the jacket for $100 and we'll give you a 5% off discount. And then you have to promote it and make 3 dedicated YouTube videos to it. Like that's so obviously a scam. Don't fall for it, please. Then finally, last tip, consistency is key. Like literally just post regularly, post consistently. Try your best, but don't sacrifice quality for quantity. Yeah. But like say 1 out of 20 videos does really well and you only post 20 videos a year, then you have 1 video doing well. But then say you post 100 videos a year, then you have 5 videos doing well, and that's 5 times the number of viewers and interactions and engagement. So consistency, and you never know which video is gonna do great, so. But anyway, that was it for today's video. I really hope these tips help you because that's the intention of this video. But if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything you want to, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. I lost my train of thought there, but I'll see you next time. Thanks again for watching. Bye.